This topic is determining whether two functions are inverses of each other, and these are actually called composite functions. You're literally putting one function into the other function in place of its x. So I am going to start with part A, and for part A, I'm going to call f of x, or I'm going to shade f of x in pink, and I'll be doing g of x in green. So what I'm first going to do is I'm going to calculate f of g of x. You are literally going to take the g function, the green one, which is this 2 over x, and you are going to plug it into the pink function where its x is. So f of g of x, the f function is 2 over x. But you're going to take that x out, and in its place you're going to put 2 over x. So what I really have here is 2 over x. However, this line right here, you can see that as division. So this is really 2 divided by 2 over x. And of course, in fraction land, you can change any division to multiplying by its reciprocal. And when you put the x over 2 like that, this 2 can be seen as 2 over 1, and you can cross, whoops, how did that get so big? Sorry about that. You can, there you go. You can cross, oh, I switched colors, sorry. You can cross out the 2's so that all you're left with is an x, okay? So over here it says, what is f of g of x? X. Now I'm going to do g of f of x. That's this one. I already did this one. Now I'm doing this one. Now, g of x is right here, 2 over x. So this is going to be 2 over, and you're going to take out the x, and you're going to put f of x in its place. So here I'm going to have a 2 over x. And if you look at this carefully, I have the exact same thing I had before. 2 over, a 2 over x. This right here is the same as that right there. And I've already done all this work. I am not doing it again. The answer is going to be the same. It's going to be an x. When this happens, and this, I guess you can call this a little test. When you do both composite functions, f of g of x and also g of f of x, and they both come out to be x, that tells you that they are inverses of each other. Okay? Now, I'm going to pause. I'm going to erase all this because I don't have any other room, and I'm going to do part B for you. Okay, so for part B, I'm going to do f of x in blue and g of x in orange. Okay, so we're going to calculate f of g of x. We are going to put the orange function, the orange function here, into the blue function where its x is. So the f of x function is x plus 6. But I'm going to insert the g of x function where the x was, and this is a negative x plus 6. So what I really have here is negative x plus 6 plus another 6, which makes that negative x plus 12. That's f of g of x, which goes right here, negative x plus 12. I already know right now that these are not inverses of each other. They both have to equal x, and since that one didn't equal x, you know, technically, I don't really need to do the second one to answer the question, are they inverses? Unfortunately, Alex wants to know what g of f of x is, so I got to do that one. So I've already done this one, f of g of x. Now we're going to do this one to get the answer for the box there. And now we're going to do g of f of x, which means I have to put the blue one into the orange. Now the orange one is negative of whatever x is plus 6. The blue one is x plus 6. That's going to go where this negative sign is. X plus 6. Now I know I drew a cloud, but it's the same thing as if there were parentheses there. So I'm going to distribute the minus sign. Pick a green. No, pick red. If I distribute this minus sign, I'll get negative x minus 6 plus that other 6. These 6's cancel, so you're just left with negative x, and that's what goes right here. It has to be a positive x, not a negative x, so that too tells me that they are not inverses of each other. And I am done.